Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, today is gonna be all about this very dramatic look. Now I really wanted to dedicate a whole video to the OG Smokey Eye. Now this is a look that I did decide to pair with a red lip, but if you would like, you can definitely pair this with a nude lip. Alright guys, so let's jump right in. So while I'm filming this, I'm actually going to be drinking this Trader Joe's Very Green 100% juice smoothie, a flavored blend of banana, mango, kiwi purees with apple and pineapple juice, green foods, and other added ingredients. This was recommended to me by my friend Sheila. I'm going to link her Instagram down below. So if I like it, blame her. If I don't like it, blame her. She said it was a little sweet, so let's see. Oh my god, that's so good. It is a little sweet, but it's nice because it's like fresh food kind of sweet. It's not like sugar sweet, so I like it. And these straws are just boba straws that I get off of Amazon. Thank you, Sheila. Okay. So today I am going to be starting with brows. I know I didn't do them in my last makeup tutorial. Frankly guys, I think this might be the last time I do it in a tutorial until I change my routine. But I will always say what I'm using. The reason I'm not going to do it on camera anymore is because my technique is basically exactly the same. It hasn't changed at all. It's just the products that I use sometimes change. So today I am going to be using the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in Soft Brown. Since we are doing a kind of dramatic look, I do want to have a little bit softer brows and not do the very dark brows that I would usually do. And to apply this, I'm going to use the Morphe E29 brush. I love this brush for brows. I do wish it had a little bit of a sharper edge, so I do like that about the Anastasia brushes, but what I like is that this is pretty wide. I don't know if you could see that. A lot of times they're usually shorter, so I like that this one's a little wider because it makes it easier for when you're trying to get your like straight brow. Also guys, let me know if you like these talk through tutorials. I've been doing it like that lately because I feel like I remember to explain things, but if you do prefer for me to do voiceovers, I can do that too, so vote for me down below in the comments. So I'm gonna scoop a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna put that in the lid. As you can tell, my lid is like saturated with it because this is what I do every single time. So I go back and forth with my brush because I want to get it as sharp as I can, and then I always brush through it first, and then I always start about 2/3 of the way in. And then after I've outlined the top and the bottom, I just go ahead and fill them in. And then I'm not going to put anything on the inner corner of my brows. When I brush this out with my spoolie, some will be left over on the spoolie, and that's just going to color the inside brows just to make sure that they are not that dark. I want to have music playing in these videos so bad, but I feel like it would throw you guys off because I would like cut it all the time. And you guys would just hear a bunch of music clips, but it's so silent. I need earbuds. That's exactly what I need. And then to carve out my brows, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Stick Foundation in Golden Honey. I'm using this. I basically will use whatever cream products, say that cream concealer, cream foundation, cream contour, anything like that. So use whichever one you prefer. The next thing I'm going to do is use this Badescu Seaweed Cleansing Lotion to cleanse and tone my face. The reason I'm using it now, honestly, I would have used it before I did my brows, but I totally forgot. So I make sure to do a ton of this on my nose and all over my face. And then I let it dry a little bit before I put products. Then I'm going to take 1 pump of this Thirst No More moisturizer from formula 10.0.6. The reason I'm using this is because it has hyaluronic acid in it, which is basically going to help retain water and moisture. So my skin usually gets very oily because I dry it out so much. So a moisturizer like this or a serum with hyaluronic acid is going to help your skin retain moisture and draw moisture from the air, so that way it doesn't become more oily. The next product I'm going to use is also from Badescu, and I talked about this at my LA haul. This is the Caviar Night Cream. I literally just take the teeniest bit on the tip of my nail, like that much, and this is what I use on my upper lip and the corners of my mouth. I am constantly super dry there, so this is just super moisturizing. So moving on. So I'm going to go in with this Revolution Pro Full Cover Concealer in C1. And this is just what I've been using as my primer lately. I really want to try that P. Louise primer. So if you guys have tried it, let me know. But this is the one that I'm using right now. Just a little dibby dab of it. And I'm going to start with my finger. Mainly because my hand will not absorb the product. So I can get a ton of it on there initially. Then I'll go in with my sponge to just blend it out. So I'm going in with these shadows from Makeup Geek, and the first shadow I'm going in with is called Crème Brulee. It's just this really pretty transition color, like a medium tan. And I'm gonna work that all into my crease. If you have never tried Makeup Geek shadows, I highly recommend them. I used them in my last video as well, the Pretty in Pink. They're so pigmented. So I'm really gonna go back and forth and blend this in. And I'm using the Sigma E40 brush to do this. The next shadow I'm going in with is called Mocha. It's just this really nice kind of neutral true brown. And I'm going to pack that into my crease, but a little tighter. And I'm using the Morphe M433 for this. And I'm using small, precise movements. You really want to take your time with this to make sure everything is blended. I'm just going to wipe my brush in here because I'm going to use the same brush for the next color. For my next shade, I'm going to use this black called Corrupt, and I'm going to be using the same brush like I said, but here you want to make sure you're being very careful, very precise, because black eyeshadows are very unforgiving. So I am going to make this look a cut crease. You don't have to, but I personally think that it would look very clean and very nice if it was a cut crease. And I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Correct in the shade CO. It's just plain white. And I'm going to mix it with some of the other full cover camouflage concealer. I just basically wanted it to be a little bit lighter than it normally would because the shadow that's going on top is very light. So I want to make sure that that area is very bright. So I'm creating this little mixture. I'm going to be using my tried and true Palladium 936. I live and breathe for this brush. If you do cut creases, you need this brush. And then we're going to go ahead and cut our crease. And then wipe whatever's left on your brush off, or you could just use a clean brush for this process and just go ahead and go over it just to make sure that there isn't going to be too much product because that will make your eyeshadow muddy. So I went ahead and blended that out on both sides, and then just using my fingers, I dabbed on the outer corner to kind of make those two blend together. So before anything, I'm going to go back in with Corrupt in those outer corners. And to pack that in, I'm just using dabbing motions. And then on top of my lid, I'm going to go in with this color Ice Queen. As you can tell, it is literally just like sparkly white. So I'm going to be applying that with this brush from the Alamar Trio. It's basically just a flat shader brush. Guys, wherever you guys see small, flat, stiff shader brushes, that's what you want. And I'm just lightly dragging that over the edge onto the black. So next, I'm going to apply this IO Beauty Glitter Gel in Diamond City. Now, if you guys didn't know, IO Beauty is my brand, and all these glitter gels are handcrafted by myself. Now, I am going to mention huge things are changing for IO. Tons of changes. Because one of the things that are changing is packaging, I do have all of my glitter gels right now 40% off. So I'm going to link it down below. But if you have been thinking about trying them, now is 100% the time. Make sure to grab them because as soon as they run out, that's it. And I'm just gonna apply this with the same brush. And the same thing that we did with the shadow, I'm just gonna drag that over the black a little. If you know me, and I'm sure I'm gonna talk about this in the intro, I don't like a lot of silver, but because this silver is just so bright and just truly like a diamond, I'm obsessed with it. We're gonna go ahead and clean up these edges. I'm not gonna put on liner for this look. I'm just going to wear lashes, but because we did the black eyeshadow on the corner, when we clean it up, it's gonna look a little bit like liner. And to make that a little cleaner, because since we are not going in with eyeliner, we want this to be very sharp, I'm just gonna go in with the same brush that we used to clean up our brows and just sharpen that up. So I'm just gonna go right to mascara. This is the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, but as I've said before, you can use whatever you want. Just make sure that it's nice and dark. For lashes, I'm using these Embe lashes in the style Dreamy. As you can tell, they've had a lot of love. So to start on my face, the primer that I'm going to use is the Nivea Post Shave Balm in Sensitive, but I do have it in this nice tube that I got from Cosmetics Online. You can find empty pump tubes like on Amazon, things like that, but I put it in here. I actually got this idea from my sister-in-law and it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to take one pump of this, two pumps of this. I'm gonna rub that into my face until it feels tacky. And if you've used it or if you're gonna use it, you'll know exactly what I mean. For foundation, I'm using the BH Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless in the shade Golden Toffee 219. So I'm gonna put a pump of that there, and there. And I'm going to mix it with this Farsali Unicorn Essence Skin Enhancing Antioxidant Serum. Now this is something that I feel like if I use it underneath my makeup, it just doesn't really make that much of a difference. But if I mix it with my foundation, it does tend to make it a little bit more dewy. And then now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Cosmetics Beauty Sponge and just blend that out. And this is something you don't want to rush through. Make sure to take your time really blending out your foundation because that's how you're going to ensure that it does stay all day. This foundation has kind of a medium coverage and it's actually kind of a natural finish. But because we are in the winter months, I did want it to be a little more dewy. For concealer, I'm going to use the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in 106. I love this concealer. I'm actually surprised that more people don't talk about it because it has serious coverage. Like, just a heads up, I'm almost 1,000% sure I used too much because I haven't used it in like a week or so. Oh my god. Yes, guys. Beware. This thing has so much coverage. And then whatever's left on my sponge, I'm putting it on my forehead and like my chin so that way the brightness is evened out. I look like a ghost. And then to set this, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Locka Translucent Powder. I'm honestly going to use the teeny tiniest amount because like I said earlier, I really want this to stay dewy. Oh my god though, I cannot wait until my camera adjusts the lighting because in person, I don't look this ghostly. I'm going to use that in my under eyes. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just running down my T-zone. And then I am going to take a heavier amount and I'm going to put it just in this inner corner along the side of my nose. And that's going to help just tighten it all up, make my nose look a little slimmer. So we're going to let that bake. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in Lighter Skin. All of the skin things I'm going to use are going to be pretty light because this is a very dramatic eye look. And because I am going in with a dramatic lip, I kind of want the rest of my face to be pretty neutral, pretty natural. So I'm going to use this Morphe M530 brush to give some color back to my skin. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party, but it has 3 A's, so Party. There we go. And I'm going to apply it with my Morphe E4 brush. You would think by now I just know the names of the brushes. I swear I've had these forever. I still don't know the names by memory. So I first apply it right in the apple of my cheek, and then after I've applied it there, I kind of blend out the edges. I know some people don't like a lot of blush. I actually love how it looks. I think it's very youthful and it's very full of life. So I do like to use a pretty good amount of blush. And then for highlighter, I'm using this Desiderio Cosmetic. This is their Mineral Icing Sugar Highlighter and number 14 Hypnosis. And I'm going to use this teeny tiny brush from Wet n Wild to apply that. This highlighter is so pigmented, so I'm going to try to take it easy at first and just kind of build it up. Next, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Defining Eye Brush with just a little bit that's in the lid. And we're going to use that on the inner corner of the eye. And then a little bit on our brow bone. Next, in my waterline, I'm going to go in with the Essence Extreme Lasting in Silky Nude Liner. This is my favorite nude liner. It literally lasts forever and it's so pigmented. And now using that Morphe M514 brush from earlier, I'm going to go in with Mocha and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner of the lower lash line. And then using this tonic pencil brush, I'm going to go in with Corrupt and really keep that really tight up against the lash line. And again, focus it on the outer corner. And then after this, I'm just going to apply mascara. And then I'm going to apply some brow gel. I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is just the one I have at the moment, but you can use whichever one you prefer. To start on my lips, I'm going to use this Joa Beauty What a Matte Liquid Lipstick in Dragon Punch. It's just a very deep, dark red. And then on the inside of my lips, I'm going to apply this Anastasia Beauty Matte Liquid Lipstick in American Doll. And we're going to blend those two together. Now you could blend it with your finger or an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to blend it using this e.l.f. lip brush. To finish this look off, I'm going to use the Jar Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray, and this one is in lavender. Alright guys, I'm going to go do my hair, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the final makeup look. I hope that you guys liked it. If you know me, you know that silver is just not my thing. I am a gold girl till the end. But I was like, you know what? The OG Smokey Eye was a silver Smokey Eye. So this look is the OG Smokey Eye. If you guys had never done it, now you can do it. This look is the one that started it all. It was with the black and the silver and the big lashes. But that is it. So I really hope that you guys liked this video. Also, big kudos to Sheila because I did end up liking this a ton. I will definitely be rebuying this. But that is it, guys. So if you aren't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And also don't forget to give a really big thumbs up and share this with your friends if you liked it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.